Hey guys, welcome to another episode in the playthrough of Gran Turismo 7. We are continuing all the events in the Kyoto Driving Park menu over here. I really like the track a lot. It's a fictional track, but it has a lot of cool bands, I find. And we got here because it's part of the menu book, this one. But my approach now is to just follow the menu books, but immediately when we get to a track, do all the events there. Because now I know the track a bit, so it is better than to just hop all over the world. To immediately do all these events. Now I still am really into this track, so to say. If I return to it a month or 2 months later, I will still have to have to relearn the braking points, etc. And that is now a little bit less. Of course, in different cars the braking points are different, but at least I'm in the flow of the track, so to say. We did this one, which was really quite hard in the previous episodes. Now we're working our way up the class, so we do the Clubman 550, then 600, then Porsche Cup, then Vision Hypercar, and then Vision GT. Vision GT, oh no, nice! We already did that one like 2 years ago. I hate Vision GT cars, so I'm almost at I do want to see if I can get to 100%. So I will do that, but otherwise I would really have just not done them at all. I find those cars so unimmersive. I didn't buy some fictional alien vehicle racing game. I bought the real driving simulator, which is supposed to be focused on realism, not on this crazy crap. Anywho, very nice that this one is already done. I was a little bit afraid. Okay, Clubman 550, Japanese car, tuned car, 550 pp, but that pp rating, that is really all over the place. It really doesn't say anything. Sometimes the suggested pp is way too, nearly impossible to win, and other times you can be well below it and it's super easy. And there's also, I find it so weird, it's not a cap. Why not just cap it at 550 then? If it's called Sunday Cup 550. Anyways, we are going to look for a cool Japanese car. And let's start off with around 500. So we need a regular car that we will be tuning a bit, although I don't have that much money anymore. So we have to be a bit careful. For the first time in a long time that I have to watch the money, which I really like. Because that makes the purchases that you do much more valuable. Here, this is a pretty cool car. I think I'm going, now I already have that one. This one is of course also really cool, but also really expensive actually. Alright, let's see what we have in the garage. Oh, we also have some tickets. Let's do some tickets. It's also such a bummer that you cannot remove cars from your garage or even just sell them. Maybe you can sell them, I'm actually not sure. France, Germany, Italy, Japan, others, Sweden, UK, US. What is this then? Other. This should be Japan, right? It's a Polyphony digital car. Right, what was it? It was 550, right? Man, I do have to say, Japan makes almost, I want to say, as a country, the coolest cars. They have so many epic cars. And it's one of the few countries I find where car production still has a feeling of quality to it. Instead of all being disposable, superficial plastic crap boxes. Right, I would really like to go with this car, but I'm not sure whether that was in Forza Horizon or in this game that I tried it. I really didn't like the handling of it. Let's try it anyways. Let's just try it stock. I have a real soft spot for this car. I think it's the Mitsubishi 3000 GT. I don't know what the difference is between GTO and 3000 GT. Whether that is solely branding. Mitsubishi. GTO twin turbo versus 3000 GT. Essentially the same vehicle. The GTO is a Japanese domestic market name, while 3000 GT was the best used in export markets like North America and Europe. Both feature the robust 3-liter twin turbo V6. It's an amazing car, 3-liter V6 twin turbo in 1991. I think the car also has 4-wheel drive steering. It's packed with technology. Four-wheel steering. An advanced hydraulic 4-wheel steering system called rear wheel power steering. It engages at approximately 35 miles an hour, turning the rear wheels in phase with the front wheels to drastically improve high-speed stability and lane-changing maneuvers. Right. I think we are going to be totally annihilated. But let's give it a shot. Sorry, I had to reposition something. Alright, here we go. That went went really weird. I didn't even have much steering input. Wow, the dials in the gauges, they seem a little bit over saturated. Right, it seems like we are going reverse actually, which I don't like. Alright, sorry. I had something in my sock. No, we are not going reverse, right? Yeah, we are going reverse. Or maybe not. I really have no... This car. Fuck this car. Oh, we are going in reverse actually. Around the track. Wow, this is really tricky. Fucking hell, that's such a tricky corner. Because you're going downhill in a corner with changing incline. It's crazy. We do not have the speed, it seems. Of course, I need to learn the track better, but I am going to put some sports tires on. Alright, so how much? 535. That makes quite a big difference in PP. The epic RX-8. Here, this is such a tricky corner. You have to start while you're in a corner, downhill braking. What I don't really understand is why this is called Japanese tuner car. Well, the cars, the grids don't really seem tuned. Right, I really have to get a grip on the track in reverse layouts. I'm braking way too much. Fuck that AI, man. Fuck that AI. Sorry to say, but it happens just too much that the AI just pushes you off track. And also fuck myself with always forgetting to remove the mouse from the wheel stand, because it always falls on the floor because of the vibrations. Such an idiot. Well, also, my mind lately is all over the place. I'm forgetting everything. Like enabling sim dashboards. Right, it's 3-lap race. Apparently my tires are at, I don't know if that's Fahrenheit, I think so, not degrees, but they are now in the app, normally they're at 60 degrees or something. Now they are at 200 degrees. Maybe because we're spinning around, let's see. Yeah, now they quickly return to normal. I need to make better use. Oh my god! Oh fuck. Alright, I am very close to just calling it a day. I didn't do anything. I just pressed the brake and this car starts to do pirouettes. Fucking hell, man. I wasn't even steering. Anyways, I need to make better use of these tires. We didn't buy them for nothing. Fucking hell. Ah! fucking brake checked by the AI. Fucking corner. Oh, fuck this fucking corner. Oh, fuck this fucking car. Randomly losing traction. Fucking hell. Shifting back without needs. Fuck this fucking car, man. It loses traction so unpredictably. Way too much braking through this corner. So stupid with the big straight after it. So the gearbox feels so weird. It doesn't go into a rev limiter, it just stops. I do think some cars, maybe that car in first place, it does look pretty tuned with the spoiler, etc. Maybe there's a way to win, but otherwise a little bit extra speed would probably be useful. Let's try it again. I think this is a really hard one to win with the current setup. And also the car is really unstable in those downhill braking zones. Extremely unstable. don't have the feeling that I'm going much quicker than before, honestly. Although in this corner I'm really lifting off way too much. Alright, it wasn't the cleanest, but what can you do? Oh, fucking hell, man. Fucking hell. Try to go around the left side. So now not a lot of braking through this corner. Oh fuck this fucking car, man. It seems that the first place cars are being held up, which is pretty nice. But there he goes, Skyline, motherfucker. Yeah, sorry, I understeered in that corner, but whatever. He's way too quick. He's now giving me a heads up, thank you very much. Oh, fuck this fucking... Oh, fuck this fucking car, man. This is such an annoying race. I mean, it's pretty fun. I got pretty... close to the win, but the car is so unsteady on that downhill section, and it is sometimes it just snaps loose grips. There's no progressive feeling. It is just in one moment you are really fighting the car, one moment you're in control, the other you're fighting the car. There's no rev limiter, so you hit the max revs and the engine just cuts out. It is really, I have a soft spot for this car, but not in this game. Fuck this car. Here, this is what I mean. Suddenly the engine just cuts out. You think like, oh, I may have some more revs to play with. Nope, we just cut out. Oh, it's, oh, there is no finesse. I'm trying to carve my way past him, but it is so, there's no control. So it is just 50-50. Will you just smash into him, or will you just luckily graze by? Oh, fuck no. Fucking brake check again, middle of the corner. Lost time there. I need to be much more like a fluid motion. Oh, fucking hell, man. Through that chicane. Oh, fucking hell, almost again. The AI so often just fucks you over. No! Oh my god. This car, man. This fucking car. I'm feathering the brake while indeed having a slight bit of input downhill, but immediately you spin out. I don't know how the AI does that. Anyways, you need to brake in a straight line over there and before this corner already take out speed because it's just not possible to do it at the bottom before this chicane. You will spin out. Fuck this fucking shit. And why I'm so annoyed is I like the race. The setup is cool, the track is cool, but it takes so much more time than it needs to be. I'm doing it over and over and over again, and each attempt is 6 or 7 minutes. Alright, I need a break. Fuck this fucking shit. Alright, let's continue like nothing ever happened. Sorry for my ranting and raving. Just annoyed after a day's work as well. At least no brake check. That could have just as well gone wrong. Alright, super messy. Fuck it. Cutting the corner, but fuck it. pocket finally. In the pockets, beautiful graphics, beautiful detail, beautiful track, beautiful cars. Just, I got really worked up. Alright, so we now did the 550, we will be doing the 600. Four-wheel drive, Japanese four-wheel drive. I think we can just take the same car, but yeah, it's higher PP, so... And also let's mix it up. Yeah, probably just need to take a GTR, right? I think I already played not too long ago in it with a GTR, so. But yeah, let's. Okay, let's quickly see if there's some other cool car that we can buy. Nope. Yeah, maybe this one. Let's buy this. No, this is not four-wheel drive, right? Mid-rear. I do want to mix it up a bit. I think we already used it. Skyline GTR. This is rear-wheel drive, yes. Here, this one we already have. This is the Nismo version, which is too high PP. This is another one, the Premium Edition T-Spec 24. So the other one is 2017. Yesterday I looked it up. This car is almost in production, I think like almost 20 years. Barely changed style. That's really cool. The output went from 480 to I think 560. Yeah, maybe this is an option. Let's just do this one. Since debuting the GTR in 2007, Nissan has been rolling out upgrades on a near annual basis. When a 15th anniversary model was unveiled in 2022, it was widely expected to be the last. As if to confound such expectations, Nissan continued to evolve the car and produce this 2024 model. Its new aerodynamic design comes with the benefit of increased cooling and improved downforce. But I don't like those lights below the headlights at all. Its electronic suspension also has been refined. This T-Spec model employs carbon ceramic brakes and a specially set up suspension, lifting the GTR to new heights in its evolution of the touring car. Right, I do really like the almost titanium exhaust tips, that bluish, and also the rims on this one, and the color. It's really cool. The only thing I really don't like are those city lights below the main headlights. In that how do you call that? Like a bee nest shape, cocoon shape, which is more quintessential of Lamborghini design. Doesn't fit on this car, which has none of that design element, and now suddenly those city lights are in that beehive shape. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 angles. So that is 6 angle shape. How do you call that? One moment. Six angle symmetrical shape. Is that a hexagon? Yeah, I think it's just a hexagon. Hexagonal shape. I don't find that fitting for this brand. It's that weird quirky design of Lamborghinis, which is almost also gimmicky in itself. They could have left it out from this. Otherwise, of course, it is not a super special design, the GTR, but it is pretty timeless. Considering it's been around since 2007, so 19 years. And it's still going. It still doesn't look out of place. That is pretty damn good design, I would say. Holy shit, we are fast. Right, this is really almost cheating in this car. Fucking hell! Fuck these fucking tires, man. No grip whatsoever. Oh, fuck these fucking tires. Fuck these fucking tires. God, this car is a handful on these tires. I can take it easy, I think. We're so much faster than the rest, I assume. Unless there are... some weird cars all up front. That could of course be. Sure what happened there. I don't understand how these AI cars, which are, how can they be so fast out of those corners? No idea. My God, man. I really don't understand how that suggested PP works. It says 600, and these cars that I'm not, I am not even 600 now, I think. Unless this car is above 600 and, oh my god. Man, I'm such an idiot. Oh my god. Unless this car is above 600, but otherwise I don't really get. By the way, I want to start over. I don't want to win when making either a bump to another car or to the boarding or whatever. If in real life you would not survive that. I want to be fair, and I really smashed into that barrier way too hard. So we're gonna start over, but I'm just curious, how much PP is this car? Yeah, 589. Okay, we are almost at 600, but we are so much faster than the rest. I don't understand. Sometimes having a car at the required PP is way too super hard. Sometimes it's just super easy. You can say what you want, but we are pretty damn fast. Now I know what they mean with Godzilla. It feels effortless how fast this car is. Gears this car has. So we're constantly in a pretty high gear. Alright, let's see. 4, 5, 6. 6. I thought it maybe would have 7 gears. Really, you put your foot down and the monster is coming. Basically, this way I am ruining these races, of course. There's no real competition, so it is actually not that nice because I really like this setup. These Japanese cars on this circuit, and basically I'm now almost, you could say, cheesing my way through. But yeah, we have a lot more races to do and we can always redo them. I do have to say this is really peak Gran Turismo for me. These Japanese cars, beautiful graphics, sound design also way improved. in Gran Turismo 7. That was a pretty unfair race. The speedometer goes to 340. Where do we see a boost gauge? I would expect a boost gauge. Also very nicely done, the materials in the cockpit. You really see that dashboard in front of the windshield is very matte. It's probably some kind of a cloth-like material. The steering wheel is appropriately plasticky. What a car! I really have respect for it. I would probably never buy it if I would have the money, unless I would have limitless money. But I surely have a lot of respect for the Japanese engineers that made that car. Alright, so we are now doing the Porsche Cup, which I was really looking forward to. And yeah, it are all Porsches. There is no PP restriction. So I was thinking, unless we will also be super overpowered, but I really look forward to using the oh wait, there is a PP restriction. Yeah, then I will use the car for another event, but this is a best sounding car ever produced in my view. So it's 650. This is one I tuned myself earlier for online. We could use the GT3 RS, but I already used this one as well. I want to mix it up. And problem is, if I go with a car like that, I will never win, I think. I forgot. I wanted to look. What is that 917? Is it an actual real car? It doesn't say Vision GT. Oh, this number. This number is for me reason to immediately quit the dealership. I hate this number so much. This you hear from the people that they're retarded. Oh my gosh. This makes my blood boil, music like this. Or specifically this number. Fuck this fucking song. Here, this one. What the hell is this? Legendary 917 racing car. It's the car that brought the company their first ever overall victory at Le Mans back in 1970. Okay, fine. that's not this car. It's designed with that illustrious predecessor in mind. A handful of staff at Porsche's research department. There's a fan located above the midship V8. Alright, fine. But is it really participating in races or just for fun? Oh my god, this song, get the fuck out of here, get the fuck out of here. I hate that song so much, and I tried everything I could to disable it, but apparently you can only disable songs in race background music, not in the menus. Don't ask me why. Fuck me, that song really makes my blood boil. If I would have to choose between Kyoto or Autopolis, both I really like. Maybe I would give it to Kyoto even, although Autopolis I also really like. Probably because of the height difference in Kyoto, I will go with Kyoto. Japan has so many cool circuits. Tsukuba really in my top 3 circuits. Suzuka also pretty good, although I find it also quite frustrating circuits. Fuji, amazing circuit. Although the new layout I don't like at the ending section. So for me, on this page, it is Kyoto, Autopolis, no. Yeah, Kyoto, Autopolis, Tsukuba, my top 3. Alright, let's just go with this car. Let's see if there's any, if I did any weird things to it. Seems to all be stock. We are only gonna put it on some better tires. And we are now at 572. What was the cap? 650. Alright, let's see how we will do. Also one of my favorite Porsche models. I forgot what it is. 993 or something? I don't know. Let's look it up. I forgot. Oh wait, we can see it here maybe. Yes, 993. Right, we're 5 laps and it's so weird. In some cars the brake pedal is much softer than in others. I don't know how the software can influence like brake pedal feel, unless I'm just imagining things. It seems like brake pedal in this car is much softer than it was, for example, in the Nissan. totally screwing it up. Feels like we are way too low in the rev range. Pretty planted, I have to say. Alright. Do or die action. Thinking they're braking too early, braking too gentle. Earlier than the 50-meter sign there. So cool, these different generations of Porsche. Fucking AI, man. Fucking AI. Constantly bumping you from the rear. fucking up this corner. Right, that was very close to a crash. What the hell is that little sports car doing over there? Must be tuned like a motherfucker. Win this one. Check out where number one is. Fucking hell. I thought we were doing pretty well. Nope. Brake check me, motherfucker. is that GT4 Cayman so fast? Whatever it is. GT3, 911 GT3 and a 959 at the front. I want to save the 959 for a classical race against the F40. Right, 997 GT309. Alright, we have really high KP now, still well below the max. But also the other cars were so far in front. I do think we need a bit of a faster car. This car sounds pretty epic. Really feels a lot faster. A lot faster. Fuck me. Okay. Fuck it. Sorry, I feel such an idiot. Man, you can really ring out this car high in the revs. Really starts to make gurgling sounds. Above 8.5. What an epic car. I was not expecting that. Sorry. Because I already driven the GT3 RS on the Nürburgring. Somehow, from what I remember, this regular GT3 feels more visceral. I almost cannot imagine that. There's the 959. Let's be careful not to touch it. Oh my god. I tried to be gentle with the 959 as it was spinning out, then I spin out myself. I really like bringing out this car, by the way. Really cool car to drive. I was not expecting that. I was expecting the old Porsche to be much more visceral, but it's not. The other one sounded really muted. Very low ref. Need to shift down there. fucking hell, man. Brake before that little house. I cannot see the signs, so I'm braking at the wrong sign. Such a fucking idiot. The signs are blinded by the sun. Also, what's really weird is I'm playing without any assist. No ABS, no nothing. And these wheels, they really don't look up like other cars do. It's almost like there is some kind of ABS still enabled. That's 2. Of course, it depends on your approach speeds. 100 meter sign, 100 meter board or sign seems to be too early to brake over there. And this was way too late. I need to brake before the marking on the tarmac. Oh my god, fucking idiot. You can really carve through here, but I didn't do that now. Right, 150, 175. Is if you come in HUDs, it's actually too late, I think. Brake over there. Again, too fucking early on the brake. I don't understand. Alright, before this sign. Let's carve nicely through here. Holy shit. I don't understand how the AI... I had to brake at that Marshall post. The AI brakes way later. Right, this is the place where I can gain. Sorry. Alright, it was a slight bump. It is not so bad that I would say start over. Especially not because it's really quite a long race. Alright, I'm not sure what I'm doing, going through there very hesitantly. Alright, that was a pretty fun race. Let's see if the sounds are epic. Pretty epic sounds. I think that green Porsche, this one, no. This one was recently added to the game, I think. Pretty epic. Not sure what it is. Maybe an RWB. pretty epic, these different generations of Porsches. Extremely cool. A little bit unrealistic. Maybe that car was this fast, but that old car being so fast. I do have to say, I know that at one point at work I was really listening on my headset to 911 GT3s rallying through the German forest. And it has a really unique, beautiful sound, really high up at 9,000 RPM. I do think that in this game now it's a little bit generic sound for that car that we were driving. Internal sound is amazing, but externally I miss that real like drum rumble, so to say, of really high up in the reference. But maybe I'm overthinking it. Alright, it is 9:20 or something. Maybe we have time for one more race, then we did everything. No, we did not do that. Yes, because this one we already did. I really was dreading having to do a Vision GT race. I really hate them. But we only need to do this one. So what's the thing? Collision strictly forbidden. This race event is only for powerful hypercars with price tags to match. Vulcan, Enzo. Alright, is there no PP limit? Alright, so we can take the Carrera GT here, right? I doubt we will be competitive. Yeah, because also the 918 Spider is there. That for sure is quicker. Or maybe let's go. Ferrari, why not? I don't really like this car compared to the F50 and the F40, etc. But we have to drive them all. Right, this is an extra long track. These are the two tracks combined, I think. Holy shit. let's do some laps to get a feel for the track, because it's extra long, this one. Here we go. And I have no idea where we are now. How tight these corners are. Braking way too conservatively. Fucking hell, man. That was not me, that was the AI car. Fucking hell, man. no idea where the fucking breakpoint is. Don't really like that middle section with all the slow corners. Oh, fucking hell. bad section. There's no reference point for the braking point over there. Totally missed my breaking point. I don't know what I was thinking. Oh my god. racing car actually driving it. It's pretty amazing. I drove pretty bad, but these races luckily are not as hard as the Neo Classic competition. That one is crazy hard. And of course I was on soft tires in one of the fastest cars, so that also doesn't hurt. Maybe this car is growing on me, this Enzo. It is still somewhat analog. I just don't really like the design. Wow, the sound of that AMG is amazing. No, the SLR, this one. That low V8 rumble. The LFA is also in the game. How epic! Looking forward to that car. Yeah, the LFA should have braked a bit there. It really almost spun me around. All the active aero as well working. It's amazing. Is that the MP33 or something? No, it's a newer one. McLaren. Or the M13C or something. Check out that air brake on the Bugatti. Man, these replays are amazing. I think it's MP13C. Let me check. Nope. I think it's the McLaren 12C. MP412C. One was sold in 2015 for only £80,000. That's crazy. Does the Porsche 918 also have active aero? Probably, right? Or is the fixed wing? Yeah, it's a fixed wing. Or maybe not. Fixed wing. Holy shit, epic car. I don't want to spoil this until I buy the car myself. You want to have stuff to look forward to. Here, that looks, no, it is not. It looks a little bit from the rear to that MP412C. wonder, did I brake in that corner? Normally I don't brake in this corner, but here I see the brake lights coming up. Apparently I did brake. Wow, this corner is way wider than I actually expected. German textile, Harman Logistics, speed of light. I still don't know what I find of this design. The car is slowly growing on me. But on the other hand as well, the F50 is also like a GT. You can really like cruise it around. And this is like purely racing. But yeah, the F40 was as well. So in that sense, it's not a bad thing. But I just don't like the design that much. Especially these side windows that flow upwards and then a very sharp angle at the top left. Don't like it. I mean, it's not an ugly car, but I don't know. Anyways, mission accomplished. We did all the events on the Kyoto Driving Park. Amazing circuit, I find. And now we actually don't have anything to do there anymore. Maybe we can do... I wanted to do a quick race, but no. Then I need to do all these. And there are so many layouts actually. Although of course 2 of them are reverse. Alright, next one, let's go to Americas, and we are going to Trial Mountain. So we are here for this hypercar parade, but we also are going to do World Rally Challenge. 4-wheel drive we already did. Clubman 700, and this one I really look forward to, American front rear challenge. Alright, this is more American focused in the next episodes. Let's do quickly to close it out our tickets. God damn it. And let's quickly see if there's any cool legend cars, but probably the same as earlier in the episodes. Maybe for the American challenge, this one looks pretty cool, although it's really old. Probably the competition will be newer. Sorry, I was looking at it, but I didn't really sink in. What do we have? DTM, Porsche, already have those. Jeep, De Tomaso. Cobra, looking forward to that one, looking really forward to this one. This one really not for me. Pikes Peak. That's really a circuit that they should bring back in the game, Pikes Peak, or should bring into the game. And an old skyline. Maybe I already have this one. I wanted to say maybe we can use that one and this one, but we already have that one. Alright, I think we're good for the next episode. Guys, hope to see you there. Hope you enjoyed. For the meantime, you yourself as well. Never forget, always do keep on gaming, Spectre.